Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
And good night.
And welcome to the Juan Ep His Life podcast. Cipha Sounds. How are you today?
I'm great, Peter Rosenberg. How are you today?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm
good.
peeling. I am disgustingly discolored. This has not happened to me very often.
Mm-hmm. What's
but
that? Like a sunburn type of thing?
A sunburn type of thing. Remember the other day when we talked and I said that we went to the pool and I did the impression of the British lady?
That's right.
Saying, "Did you say something about Cipha, Dix?" That day, you would think it's her that would have been sunburned and peeling because she was a very white British woman.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to her, but I know to me, I have a terrible discoloration on my head, and I have to admit this, and I'm sorry to say it. It's embarrassing, but I tell everyone the truth. I can't stop picking at my head. I keep taking my skin off.
Maybe there's a way to make you stop, at least for this show, while I have to look at you.
So maybe I wear oven mitts. And then I won't do it during the podcast.
Oh, do you have one of those cones for Bear where he doesn't pick at his scabs or whatever those cones are for? Why don't you put one of those around your head?
I do. I actually do have one of those. Hey, Cipha, did you see the sad news yesterday?
Oh, Steve Smith?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me give everyone a little background. Steve Smith is the legendary OG PD at Hot 97.
Yeah.
And I never worked with him. I don't think I ever met Steve Smith.
Oh, you never even met him?
I don't think I did. Unfortunately, Cipha, we've now entered that realm of been doing this for so long that I forget stories altogether, sadly. So There's a chance I met Steve Smith with you sometime or something, but I can't recall.
I don't ever remember meeting him with you. I met him back in the days, but my career at Hot 97 started. He was already gone. He was a consultant when I started, but he was already gone from the everyday program director.
So at what period was he?
Oh, he's the beginning. He's the one.
He flipped the switch?
He flipped the switch. He turned Hot 97 from a dance station to 24 hours hip hop radio, which was unheard of. If you look at Funkmaster Flex's post Funk Flex on Instagram, he said, "Oh man, he was talking trash last night, bro."
Yo, by the way, Flex is such an interesting individual.
Yeah.
Why did it have to be within 5 minutes of the announcement of his death that he went into a full-on breakdown of the racial history of program directors?
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean,
very aggressive.
He's basically, the story is, Steve's, there was this station called Hot 97 in New York. For years, it played this dance music.
You're talking years ago, though.
Oh, this was years ago.
Okay.
Years ago. And Steve Smith was the program director, and he went out looking for talent for the station, and Flex was DJing. I think the club he was at that got him the job was Home Base. You ever heard of Home Base?
Yes, I have.
Home Base was pre-tunnel, not as ghetto as the tunnel.
Okay.
But Black Moon, Alcoholics, Beat Nuts, stuff like that was starting to play there. But then also all the commercial shit. But also back then there was no, Biggie was around before. Biggie was around after Home Base, so it was right in that era where shit was starting to change. Anyway,
okay.
He sees Funkmaster Flex. He offers him a job. I think he was doing maybe Fridays and Saturdays. And the story is, Flex said that Steve Smith was he would go outside and stand in the hood and watch cars go by. And what were they playing? And then after a while, Flex was there for a while, and Steve Smith would ask people, "Hey, do you guys know about Hot 97? You listening to Hot 97?" And they were like, yo, Funkmaster Flex, though, Friday Night Street Jam, or whatever the show was called. And that's how he put Flex on every single night, from people in the street just bigging up Flex. So he puts Flex on every single night, 10 o'clock. Every night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday. You know how a week works.
Wait, yeah, you're talking about Monday through Friday.
Do Sunday.
Well, it was Flex on Sunday too.
Maybe Saturday.
Sundays
Monday
off.
through Saturday.
Saturday night he did the early street jam.
Yeah, eventually, yeah, and then he got moved to like when Flex did 7 p.m. is when I started, November 97. But yeah, that he put Angie was Flex's board op. She got put on. Just playing hip hop. Nowadays it's very normal. You have to understand there was a time in radio history where hip hop didn't play 24 hours a day. It was only on mix show weekends. And Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, Molly Mall on Fridays and Saturday nights. And flipping the station to play hip hop all day long was a big deal.
Classic Flex break to play. This was on the Party Rockers bootleg. I just want to hear a good Flex Friday night street jam drop.
That's from YouTube or something?
It's Mixcloud. This is April 16th, 1993. What'd you say?
You can probably fast forward a little.
I don't want to miss it. Hold on, here we go. 30 seconds. One. This is the instrumental that I would picture when I think about Friday Night Street Jam. Doubles on the instrumental.
Doubles on the instrumental.
Yeah, you don't do that to me there.
That is crazy. Wow, that's a very interesting observation.
It's the boy. It's the bang. No, it's the Superman, number rat man coming to you live with Funk Master Flex on Hot 97 Friday Night Street Jam, boy. Shit, I'm out of here. Mic check. I walk around the streets with the black.
Now get ready for him to start this over 100 times.
I never claimed to be the best type of rapper. The hopster, show the motherfuckers what I'm after.
I'm after the gold and after the platinum.
So far, nothing. Wow, no. It might have been late in the show.
I mean, yo, he's playing it mad fast too.
Yeah, he's got it pitched up. Yo, I wonder if Flex has any idea. I wonder if do you think Flex has all of his drops organized somewhere?
I would use the term organized loosely, but he has them all. Yes.
It's like a box of carts. Maybe it might just be a box of carts, but he has them.
Yes.
Yo, you realize how
he has the carts, and then he also has them digitally somewhere.
Do you realize how crazy carts are as a method of playing drops?
When I was going through my basement,
yeah,
I found a box of carts that I took from. Remember when they cleaned out Kiss FM?
Yeah.
To make when they got rid of Kiss FM and then brought in BLS, and it was all I stole all the not stole, but I was given all this equipment and all these boxes of carts.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What do they say? What are they?
Some of them were just songs like Michael Jackson, Rock With You, and The Whispers, Rock Steady. I threw out a lot because I just was trying to purge, but I kept anything that was like radio promos or special edition, extended version, shit like that. But if it was just a regular song, I got rid of it. Because that's how they used to play the songs too.
I know.
Not just drops.
Well, by the way, pre-CDs, they were playing everything on cart.
When I started at Hot 97,
they had to already have CDs by then, because I have some CDs from that era in the CD trays. I have the CD trays from that era. I got
Yes, yes.
you know,
but the carts were still in the room.
I was given a few of those CD. I was given a few of those CD trays by. Yeah, by. He gave me some.
Who's
You know, we can't talk about it anymore.
Oh, we can't talk about him here.
No, we can. I'm just saying it's a point. It's a thing that is that we didn't talk about. I guess this happened prior to the podcast. The downfall of Patty Duke.
Oh, Patty Duke.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you discussed it on here.
We did?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
It was okay. We discussed it.
The recent destruction of Patty Duke.
Okay.
Yeah, we discussed it on.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, so rest in peace, Steve Smith. Like that guy, I didn't know him well. Everything I knew about him was how Flex spoke so highly of him. And then Tracy Clardy worked under him, and she's the one that hired me. But she came from the Steve Smith, school or whatever. But yeah, man, he took a lot of chances. He all the hip hop, like you got to remember, like there was no hip hop during the day. All of a sudden, one day in 1992 or 3 or something like that, Biz Markie, what's Biz Markie? So dun, 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 dun. What's that again?
Nobody Beats the Biz.
Nobody Beats the Biz is just on at 12 noon, and then Salt and Pepper Shoop, and then Black Moon. Who got the props? And like as hip hop fans, we were like, what is happening right now? Just hip hop. Every song is hip hop. Mind you, a lot of it was the most commercial songs of the time, but still a lot of it was old school shit. Children's Story, Eric B. for President would just come on the radio at noon, at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. That was unheard of.
Well, and by the way, it's funny that it was unheard of. Honestly, when you think about it now, with the exception of Sirius, it still practically sounds unheard of.
No, Hot 97 plays hip hop all day.
Yes, I know. But now hearing those specific songs.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it plays all the current hip hop, and now it's the biggest genre in the world. But yes, at the time, it was like.
I remember the feeling of first hearing Hot 97 and thinking, "Oh my God, this sounds crazy."
Yeah.
I can't believe this is on all the time, because prior to that, when I was coming to New York to listen to hip hop, I was only listening at night. And then I'd turn on Kiss during the day and be like, excuse me, I'd be like, oh, this is fine, but it's not what nighttime is.
No.
Red alert. So
and then the way Flex's Instagram yesterday was just bashing. He said Frankie Crocker was the best.
So hold on, let's read this. It's pretty good stuff. So Flex puts up a post with a video of him and Steve Smith from what looks like pretty recent, last couple of years.
Actually, the first one I saw was Rob Stone from the Fader.
Yeah, he posted that too. That's on his stories.
Yeah, that's the no, I saw it on his
main page.
Yeah, that's how I heard about it.
Okay,
and then I was like, oh, Flex is gonna post something soon, and then
so he starts it off with parentheses. Rare. You don't see that every day. You don't see a statement starting with a parentheses every day. But this is Flex. He does what he's going to do. Okay. It says parentheses, radio laundry. RIP to the second most important man in black radio next to Frankie Crocker, Steve Smith. Parentheses, love you dearly. Steve Smith, along with Judy Ellis, Joel Salkowitz, Bugsy, and Tracy Clardy, single-handedly put together the 24-hour hip-hop format with Hot 97.
Well, you can't say single-handedly if there's 5 names there.
You to say that.
It's all right, though. I get it.
It's 10 hands. It's Steve, Judy, Joel. Yeah, it's 10 hands. Steve Smith put me on every day. He put on Red Alert 5 p.m. every day. Ed Lover, Dr. Dre in the mornings.
Yeah.
Miss Jones, Moni Love, Angie Martinez, Big Dennis, Marley Marl, Mr. Magic, Pete Rock, Steph Lova, and so many others.
I don't think he said
By the way, he also
K7.
created Summer Jam.
Yeah.
He always asked me and Bugsy for our opinion. Chuck Chill Out, Red Alert, and Bugsy helped me when I had nothing and was down and out. And here's where Flex, spices it up. My own people of color.
Ooh, here we go.
Not only never gave a lot of us a shot, but would fire us any chance they got. Steve Hegwood dissed me.
Racial.
Steve Hegwood. Is it Hegwood or Hedgewood? I can't remember. It's been so long since I thought about that guy.
I don't even know who he is.
Steve
I don't know that
Hegwood.
name.
I know Steve Hegwood from. He used to run. At some point, he ran Radio 1 in DC. Steve Hegwood dissed me and Steve Smith several times to our face. Hegwood hated hop hop. I assume he means hip hop. Urban stations called Hot 97 a plantation station.
Ooh.
And Steve Smith a slave owner. Parentheses. I never forgot.
Damn.
Yo, that's crazy. You know what? That's fun. Just to put this out here, that's not unique. When I was in DC, our boss, there were two stations. There was KISS, which was owned by Radio 1, black, and then there was PGC, owned by CBS, white, and Jay Stevens was the white PD at PGC, and people always would refer to me. They'd always say to me, "Oh, you got to go be at the plantation station."
Wow.
That was a thing in DC too.
Wow.
By the way, that's crazy that terminology would be that widespread.
Yeah, right.
Like, wow, that's crazy.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm sure they don't mean anything by it. Mike Love couldn't wait to fire me in 1990 at WBLS. Jay Dixon stripped Mr. C of his mix show title for no reason and began making C uncomfortable here. Urban PD, quote, urban. He wrote, quote, urban PDs, DJs, consultants taking money for Afrobeat shows. Parentheses, don't play with me moving forward. I'm fed up. Tony Gray, Harry Mayo, and all their goofy underlings love to take over urban adult stations in NY, fire and demote New York talent for out-of-state talent. Parentheses. Think we don't see you?
That's a jab towards the news station, The Block.
Because is that them?
Harry Mayo works over there. Pop, pop, pop. What's that? What was that noise? Oh, that's called shots fired.
That's right. He wrote, Flex goes on. My own, I should also note this entire thing's in caps. Flex goes on to say, my own, quote, people of color have always been the ones to hold us/me back.
Ooh.
P.O., the only PD to give me a management position in my life, while other PDs, quote, my people of color, always tried to reduce me.
Isn't P.O. a person of color?
Don't get ahead.
What? Sorry.
While other PDs made sure to remind me what I, quote, wasn't good at. So I was going to say, P.O. is a person of color. If we're using that weird terminology,
yeah,
which I know some people use.
Is that the term nowadays?
People of color. Yes. P.O. is definitely a Cuban American.
Okay.
Who is of, he looks to be of the same racial background as, say, a Cipha Sounds.
Right. Okay.
But when Flex is saying, quote, my people of color, he may just mean black.
He does.
That's great. What he means, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. You got it.
He says, Steve Smith, rest easy. We love you and adore you. You gave us life while our idols put a knife in our back.
Damn.
Then he wrote top 10 world's greatest PDs ever in order.
In order.
Okay. Frankie Crocker.
There we go.
Steve Smith.
Woo.
Cadillac Jack.
Love Cadillac Jack.
Why do you guys know Cadillac Jack?
I don't know. He was a PD in Boston.
Yeah, I know that.
And he was just, Flex loved him for some reason. I met him through Flex. He was super cool. I don't know why Flex loves him so much. I I don't know why.
Didn't he take over Power at some point? Wasn't he running Power too? Because he came from the same company. He came from Clear Channel in Boston, I believe.
He did, because that's where G-Spin comes from.
Correct.
G-Spin was under Cadillac Jack. He was on the air. That's how I know him. And I think Cadillac was something with Power, and then that's where G-Spin came in.
Oh, and then G-Spin came. Yo, isn't it funny? That G-Spin over the last 5 years, I don't know. Maybe good friend is strong, but he's definitely become a friend.
Nice.
Like we're in regular contact. It's so funny. There was a time when that would have been so nuts. And now G-Spin's been gone from Power for a long time. But by the way, I'm sure, Cipha, you've talked to him at some point. He was a big fan of ours. Oh,
yeah, bro. G-Spin was my guy. G-Spin used to bring me to Boston all the time. I would DJ his birthday parties. G-Spin, I don't know if you know that. I used to DJ for Little Kim.
Wait. You're dropping a bombshell.
Years ago.
You used to DJ for Lil' Kim?
Years ago.
The rapper?
That's right. But I always tell the story of how before Angie and Envy left to go to Power, G-Spin tried to get me first. I was G-Spin's first attempted acquisition.
To do mornings?
No, I don't think so. It wasn't mornings.
This Little Kim?
I think he wanted. Well, that's Little C's. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he wanted me to do afternoons to go against Angie.
Oh.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, and I was having this anxiety of leaving and telling Angie and Flex I'm leaving Hot 97, and the embarrassment I would feel to go to the competition. And my loyalty was tested because Funk Flex put me on at Hot 97, and I would never, fuck you, G-Spin, I would never leave Hot 97. These are my people for life.
They will never send me off in disgrace.
And then Angie was like, hey, yo, I'm out. I'm getting triple my salary. Peace, y'all. But Angie, I thought we were supposed to say loyal to Hot 97. Eat this sawdust, bitch.
Yo, that is so crazy.
But G-Spin, he tried to get me early, man. Shout out to G-Spin.
We rarely spend time thinking about how crazy that moment was when Angie left.
Bro, I don't. I think about it every day. She left. This chick, bro, when she left to the competition.
Yeah.
She had the biggest going away party on air. People sending flowers, rappers showing up, crying, saying goodbye. We love you. How what's gonna happen? We love you so much. And she's going to the competition. This is unheard of in radio.
Unheard of.
In radio, it's like you're just not there one day. You're just not there.
And they may never even mention it.
They won't even mention it.
Like if God forbid they decide they're done, they've had enough Rosenberg. I've been there 15 years now.
Yeah.
And they decided it's done. We got into a contract issue. It's a wrap.
You're just gone.
The next day, they would just scratch off the Rosenberg part, which is easy because my name's not really on the show. And they scratched my name off. Yeah. And that would be it.
You're done. And I was so upset when I left.
Well, you wanted your party.
I wanted something.
But the thing is, if you had announced you were leaving, I wonder if it would have been different instead of the slow fade out that you.
I couldn't announce it. Yeah, I should have left. Yeah, I should have made.
But I mean, yeah, we know what happened. You went for the like, hey, I'm gonna still be a team guy. I'm gonna see if I can make this work.
Yeah, I had a weird out.
Yeah, you didn't like jump out the window.
No.
It was like you tripped and stumbled. It was like one of those falls for like, when someone's tripping for like 20 seconds.
When Joe Biden fell up the stairs going to his plane.
Exactly. It wasn't Joe Biden on the bike a few weeks ago just toppling over. It was the stumble up. It was more like that. So you didn't get that thing, but it is funny because I remember where I was when I heard that it was happening at my old apartment. Yeah, I was I was at the gym at my apartment on 96th Street.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yo, Angie's leaving." And they were like, someone was like, "Turn on the radio." Dom, I think Dom hit me. It was like,
Laura
"Yo,"
hit me.
Like, "Yo,"
I was at Radio City Music Hall getting ready for the Chappelle first run at Radio City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sitting
Wait,
in a
you work with Dave Chappelle?
Oh, from years ago.
Okay.
Years ago.
Didn't know that.
And I was sitting in this dressing room by myself because we just did sound check and I would just chilling until the show. And Laura called me. She's like, "Angie's leaving. She just quit on air. She's going to Power 105." And I was scrambling to find a radio at Radio City.
Sweet irony.
I was like, "I need a radio."
If only I was at a place that in title sounded like it would be filled with radios. Even like Radio Shack should have like 10 radios. Radio City should have like 10,000.
And so anyway, so that's all Flex said because he just started bashing people. I wonder if Steve Smith's looking down on him in heaven like, "Thanks, Flex."
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. In putting me over, you buried everybody else. He said, oh, I didn't finish the top 10. This is great. The top 10 greatest PDs.
Yeah.
We stopped at Cadillac Jack. Frankie Crocker.
Yeah.
Steve Smith.
That's right.
Cadillac Jack. P.O. Farrow.
Mm-hmm.
Bugsy.
Yep.
Tracy. Vinnie Brown. I don't know that. Ebro. Dan Hunt. Dion Livingston is last.
Is Dion the guy I had beef with?
Yeah, I don't know how Dion made this cut. He added.
What the fuck?
But Dion, when we knew him though, was GM, not PD.
GM, yeah.
So maybe he was.
Else, yeah.
I don't know Dan Hunt or Vinnie Brown.
I know Vinnie Brown. I've always heard Flex mention the name. I don't know what he was the PD of. He might have been PD of Hot before.
Now, here's my question.
Yeah.
Is it a compliment or a diss that Ebro is third to last in this group?
It's all political.
Well, it's the Flex. So everything here is thought. Everything here is thought through.
Everything is political.
Because Ebro
because P.O. is like, he doesn't even count on that list. Technically neither does Ebro. Because
in terms of the eras they existed in.
Yeah, that was like the old era and the end of an era, actually.
Right.
And then like he's being political with P.O., which is great. This is why Flex is the man. Bro, I've been having a lot of Flex talk lately.
Yeah, you've been getting in your Flex bag.
I had to school this girl. She's a friend of mine. She does events. And she was doing this event in Jersey City. And she was working with the mayor's office and they were pissing her off or something was going on. Some political shit.
Okay.
And she got frustrated and was like, whatever. I'm about to be done with this. And I was like, no. Let me sit down. Shh. Sit down. Let me give you a Flex talk. And I would explain to her how Flex would move in these type of situations. And, Flex used to be on the phone anytime I was with him. Every day he was on the phone with Tracy Clarity, the PD of Hot 97. Every day talking about new records, new people coming to town, concerts, shows, songs, movements, ratings. It was fucking nuts. And he did this every day. And then Tracy was the number one call he would make every single day because that was the bread and butter. Hot 97 was the bread and butter. But then I would also hear him do these things. I would hear him give credit to people and thank them. But I knew he's the one that should have been thanked. Flex was the one that did something that deserved thanks. But he would always thank someone. Hey, thank you for letting me rock. Thank you for letting me get on. Thank you for letting me do this thing. And I watched him like, it's not manipulate. It's influence.
Okay.
Influence people, conversations, situations. And he was the best. To this day, I use flex tactics to this day and didn't even realize it until I had to explain to this girl what I would do, and how I know how to do this was learning from Flex. And it's like every which way you can get that upper hand, get that opportunity. Thank your boss for something he didn't even do. You know what I mean?
That's the vintage. That's the.
Yeah. And she was like, how? And I was like, she's like, no, the mayor did this. The mayor's office did that. I was like, thank them. Thank them for letting you be a part of it. Offer your help. Offer your help in departments that aren't yours. Get in there.
Yeah, you're inspiring me to. There's an email I have to send that I haven't sent. You're making.
You gotta send that email.
So sometimes you get scared that you're overstepping.
We're in our own heads. We're in our own heads.
When really you think about it like this, if you were a boss, would you ever really be annoyed or consider it overstepping if someone sent a really nice email in which they volunteered to do more? Would you ever see that and be like, oh, fuck you, you try hard?
No, never.
You wouldn't do that. You'd go,
no.
You might not get back to it. There's a chance you forget. There's a chance you just say, hey, thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And there's a chance you go, oh, you know what? I got something for you right now.
But Flex was long game. Obviously, as I say this in 2022, Flex is long game, bro. Right?
I mean,
still there.
King of long game.
So, you got to put in these moves and the email you send today probably won't matter until 6 months later or a year later. Somebody somewhere is having a conversation and they're like, no, but we need someone that will work. Oh, wait a minute. What's his name? Sent me an email. Hold on. Let me look for it. They search your name. The email comes up. And it's like, oh, he knows how to do this.
Bro, listen, by the way, I'm not going to share the exact details because it's too now.
Because it's not Patreon?
And this is not Patreon.
Patreon will share all the details.
My return to WWE.
Yeah.
I can't swear to this because I don't know. But I know I sent a random email to someone.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, what's up? Didn't even ask for anything.
Yeah.
Just a like, hey, what's up?
Check in.
And that within an hour,
yeah,
I got a phone call from someone going, yo, I think they might be bringing you back at WWE. And I was like, oh, really?
It's a game. It's a constant game with yourself and with people around you to stay top of mind or be in that position to help or offer your services. So, you know what I mean? Like, who knows how the universe will work out, but maybe at that moment there was a meeting about needing someone to do whatever and you just happened to email. That one worked out in a weird way because it was like an hour from when you sent the email.
Right.
But that happens all the time.
Exactly. Who knows the other ones I missed?
I'm cool with like what kind of people? Tony Robbins. I got Tony Robbins on the jack, bro.
You have Tony Robbins on the jack?
Tony Robbins on the jack.
Show us something. Call him right now.
No. I can't call him right now.
Do you ever?
But that's what I'm saying. But like, I met Tony Robbins. I listened to stuff he said and who he likes, and somehow Chappelle came up, and I was like, got him right there. Somehow.
What do you mean? Chappelle came up in a conversation.
In his conversation with someone else, I think.
Oh, got it.
Oh, maybe Chappelle had dropped a special.
And you know Dave Chappelle.
I know Dave Chappelle from years ago. And I go, okay, I got it in with Robbins. So at the end of the event, the VIP group that I was a part of, you get to meet Tony Robbins. But it's like handshake.
The VIP was a hookup, or you paid? Like, I'm gonna pay for the VIP.
No, I got a hookup.
You got
a hookup. Mind you, let me get to this. Let me tell you this, and then I'll tell you what the hookup was. So at the end of the event, you get to meet Tony Robbins, but it's like meeting a politician. You get the
Right,
handshake,
the handshake, hey,
two
hey.
words, two exchanges, picture, move on. So during the picture, I go, oh, I heard you love Dave Chappelle. You know, I work with him. He stops. He looks at me in my eye. He goes, you work with Dave Chappelle? I go, yeah, all the time. I open up for him. I DJ for him. I do comedy. I was a DJ on the Chappelle show.
I clean his balls, wipe his ass.
I suck on his
cock,
penis.
Whatever is needed, I do.
Do not make that a clip. Whoever's clipping this. So then I got my 10-second Tony Robbins interaction turned into a 2-minute interaction.
Okay.
Because mind you, there's more people online waiting to meet him. He's got to keep it moving. But he goes to some other guy. This is the key. You got to meet that other guy. He goes, hey, so and so, give him my number. Give him my number. He's gonna hit me about Chappelle. Boom. The guy gives me his number, personal number. You text right away. Hey, this is Cipha. I just met you. We talked about Chappelle. I'm gonna work on it. I'll hit you, soon.
Okay.
That way, when you send the message 6 months later,
yep.
Unless they cleaned out their phone, same thing with email. Send that email right away. Hey, great to meet you. Thanks for the opportunity. Done. That way, when you send an email 6 months later, you reply to that one.
Right.
And they go, who the fuck is it? Oh yeah. Oh, I remember this guy. Because they'll write back. Hey, no problem. Great meeting you. So they're going to see they responded. It's all fucking psychological, man.
Now, with this whole story you just told us about Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Did it ever lead to anything with you and Tony Robbins?
It would have, but pandemic hit. I was working on it. I was working my angle, baby.
So speaking of motivational people, I just saw this clip yesterday. It was pretty funny. It was a reel, and it's fake. It's like a joke, but it says Gary V meeting a student. Yeah. This is pretty funny. Listen.
My name's Reed. I'm a content creator, and I live home with my parents.
Yeah, bro, fuck your parents.
Why fuck my parents?
Because, bro, they don't know fucking shit, okay? They don't have full context on your life, okay? So you just gotta fucking do what you want to do, okay?
I want to make content, but my parents want me to go to college.
Bro, college is fucking bullshit. Fuck school, okay? Fuck that motherfucker, okay? You gotta do shit you love, okay? What do you love, my man?
I love NFTs.
Oh, bro. You know I fucking love NFTs, okay? Are you investing in V friends?
I want to get into it, but I can't at the moment.
Bro, you gotta fucking just start somewhere, okay? Comma, make content, okay? That's the fucking game, okay?
That guy, okay. I've seen that guy before. He does Gary Vee impression. But you know what? Him and another guy who do a Gary Vee impression, Gary Vee brought them out at one of his conferences in front of thousands of people.
Yep.
You make that connect. So what I was going to tell you was the guy who introduced me to Tony Robbins. This guy used to be one of the TMZ guys. You know Adam?
Yeah, Adam Glynn.
Yeah. Adam,
what about?
He's a stand-up comic.
Adam Glynn's a stand-up comic?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he used to be the New York TMZ guy. And he'd have a camera at the fucking airport. And he'd be like, hey, Kim Kardashian, what do you think about whatever? Mind you, he wasn't always as pushy as some of the other TMZ guys. He was cool, but then somehow he used to come to my show, and he used to come to Hot 97. He knew when certain celebrities were around because celebrities call the paparazzi. It's not always random. It's all set up, which is another fucking bullshit thing. But anyway.
I know, it is the bullshit thing.
So they would call TMZ, and he would call me. Hey, do you guys know so-and-so's coming by Hot 97 tomorrow? Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. How did he would find out before you?
Yeah, they go, oh no, they always tell us, they call us. So anyway, so I was always nice to him. He was always cool, blah, blah, blah. One thing leads to another. He ends up getting this job working for Tony Robbins. Flies me out, VIP at the the big Tony Robbins event where it's at the arena and everybody's going crazy before COVID. Bro, I met some of the greatest people. And this is all Flex. This basically this all comes from the Flex schmooze style.
Wow.
But listen, all you people.
Why are you saying you people?
My people. My race.
My people of color.
Man, I could teach you all this schmooze shit. And it feels weird at first. It is a little scary sometimes to send that email or that text, but it is a lot comes from it, man.
So that was the Steve Smith of it all.
Yeah, this was too long. Sorry.
Do we do too much?
Yeah.
Hot 97 history there.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
I mean, listen, you know, if you're a One Up listener, every once in a while you're going to get a boring, overly detailed radio episode.
Don't say boring. Don't say boring.
Not boring.
Hey, mind you, if you're not a member of Patreon, you should definitely sign up because we spoke to Capone on the last episode, and we're getting to the bottom of the Jew N-word situation.
Do you view that as we gained any?
Yeah.
Made any progress?
Absolutely.
I tried to explain that to my parents the other day. They didn't quite understand it.
They didn't understand which part.
I don't think they necessarily understood what was so funny about it. I don't think they understood me being called Jew N-word was so funny. And meanwhile, I thought it was pretty funny.
It was hilarious. Oh, wait, I'm going to show you something real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, listen, August 1st.
Go ahead.
August 1st, Cipha Sounds and my buddy Will Sylvans were recording a comedy album. Hey, August 1st, Cipha Sounds and Will Sylvans recording a comedy album live at the Village Underground, 8 p.m., 10 p.m. 8 p.m. is probably sold out. Get those 10 p.m. tickets. It's a Monday, August 1st, Village Underground. It's part of the Comedy Cellar. I'm recording and we're recording a live stand-up comedy album. So if you want to support your boy, come on down. Get those tickets, comedycellar.com. Thank you.
Was that it?
Yeah. You got something?
You're not anticipating. It's going to be a zoo that night.
I hope so. Okay, watch this. Ready?
Yeah.
It's not racist.
Yes. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's not racist.
Yes, it is.
If you as a black man write the N-word in a text message to me, and in my head I read that word, that's not racist. Yes, it is.
What's that? What's that from? What's that?
I don't
from?
know. I don't know what it's from. TikTok. I don't know where it's from. I've had it in my phone forever, and every once in a while I just play it for a laugh. And the other day I played it on stage at the Comedy Cellar with Will, and the place erupted, bro. Erupted. It's so funny. It's a white guy. He has on a plaid shirt, like a camo, one of those camo hunting fishing hats. I don't know where this is.
It's not racist.
Yes, it is.
If you as a black man write the N-word in a text message to me, and in my head I read that word, that's not racist. Yes, it is.
Is he talking to himself or to someone else?
No, he's talking to some people in some kind of store or something. A black person, obviously.
Speaking of black people, Cipha, I watched the Chappelle special last night.
Oh yeah, what is it?
It's his acceptance. Well, it was his speech when they named after the Duke Ellington.
They were going to name the theater after him.
Yes,
and he didn't accept it.
He didn't accept it. He changed, like he went with a different name,
right?
And gave us like a 40-minute speech.
It's just a speech, though. It's not comedy.
Well, hold on. That is the question.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's more of a speech than others, but it fits in with like the current Chappelle special concept. Like a lot of them aren't comedy specials.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they are, but they're not typical comedy specials. They're like
the Chappelle.
Some of them are just like him talking.
Oh, yeah, but those aren't on Netflix.
Yeah, they are.
No.
Yeah, he has the one that's on Netflix that was just straight up like him talk the 9 minutes 20. What's it? 9 minutes 27
George
seconds?
Floyd one.
George Floyd one.
That's on Netflix.
I think so.
It wasn't originally. He put it on Instagram. That's why he started an Instagram to put that out.
Dave Chappelle Netflix specials. Doing some research here.
Here we go. Here we go.
This one he put out
it came up. A producer that could do any of this. What happened to Billy June? What happened to him?
He's here.
He's here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
He has-
here.
There
Oh,
he
hey
is.
Billy. Hey Billy.
Billy, can you answer how many Dave Chappelle specials there are on Netflix? 846. Sorry.
846 is on Netflix.
Let's see. I believe
I don't think so. Or it wasn't in the beginning when he put it out.
production company Netflix, distributed by YouTube.
It was Netflix is a joke on YouTube.
Workaround.
So technically it's Netflix.
Workaround.
But yeah.
Workaround.
But yeah, I consider a bunch of his recent ones to be, yes, they're stand-up specials, but it does sort of feel like this speech in that,
Wait, no, but wait, hold on. Before we get to the speech, what are you talking about?
me.
Everything he puts on Netflix is a comedy special. What are you referring to? Are you referring to when he does these diatribes of something going on?
No, not necessarily. I'm referring to these comedy specials to say that they don't feel the same as fucking Killing Them Softly.
No,
Like, in
nothing.
terms
Yeah, but it's still a comedy special.
It is still a comedy special. But
Now there are these things where he puts these like 5 or 8 minute clips up on YouTube or Instagram, like when he fought with when he told the story of how Comedy Central basically stole his name and likeness and didn't pay him for the Chappelle show. And there's also another one where he what's the other one he put out? The Chappelle show one. And there's another one. I forgot what it was. Fuck.
Well, that was good stuff.
Oh,
Cipha.
where because when he got oh, maybe he never put it out.
What's that?
Did he put out something about the guy who attacked him in LA and then they weren't pressing charges?
No, they didn't. I don't think that got put. No, that only got leaked. Like people posted clips of it.
Oh, yeah. He did one of those things. Dan, so that never came out. So I was there. Oh, interesting.
Are you just having a conversation in your own head right now?
Yeah.
So yesterday's Chappelle special was interesting.
Yeah.
Or the one that I watched over the weekend. It was interesting.
It's a
Speech special, a speechal. Yeah, it was pretty good. I actually found it to be I found it mostly good. The end is weird. He has a moment, he has a very Kanye few minutes at the end where he says the closer is a masterpiece that could not be matched by any of his contemporaries. And he challenges his contemporaries to try to match the closer, and they won't be able to. I believe the quote was, you could wait decades and nothing will touch the closer.
Wow.
And then he goes on to say, I'm a generational talent. It's all very Kanye. It's like, it comes out of the blue. You're kind of like, and listen, as someone who randomly proclaims douchey things about myself, I sort of appreciate this, but it's interesting. I mean, is the closer considered that? Is it considered an untouchable masterpiece?
I don't know. It's really good.
I mean, listen, maybe he's just trying to put the battery in the back of the people, his contemporaries.
All that, or maybe he's doing a flex move.
Or it's some sort of
flex move. Maybe right now, who knows? Maybe right now he's in negotiations with Netflix. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying maybe it's like maybe it's a game. It's like, oh, you ain't gonna give me that more money that I need. Well, what if I say this or put this out or, you know?
That's a very interesting thought. I didn't even think about that.
Because this is my flex training.
Okay.
Why is Netflix putting out an acceptance speech at a high school in DC? Why is that considered a Netflix special? Now my flex brain goes, is it a contractual obligation? And is it like when an album puts out, when an artist puts out a greatest hit album and goes, hey, that counts as my 5th album. I'm out of here.
Right.
That's my 5th album.
That's sort of what it is odd in that way. Like it does. And there's no fanfare about it. It just like popped up.
Well, but then on the other side, my flex brain thinks Netflix is betting so much on Chappelle that you should let him run it like everything on Netflix doesn't have to be this big announcement of everything. Like we can kind of just put stuff out. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, but I couldn't help but think was Netflix trying to play this low because they don't think Chappelle is in a great space right now?
No, that I know that for sure. They 100% ride with Chappelle. They ride with that guy. That guy did that speech about, because the drama was HBO Max and Netflix got the Chappelle show to stream.
Right.
And Chappelle was like, first of all, hey, HBO, remember when I pitched you Chappelle's show and you said you didn't need me, but now you want to stream the show you passed on? Hold up. Second of all, Netflix, you my people. Comedy Central and this show jerked me, and you gonna let it rock? And bro, when I tell you, and this is between us, don't say anything.
Okay, between us.
We were in Austin it was during COVID. We were in Austin doing the Chappelle shows. And that guy, that's where I met the owner or CEO, whatever he is, of Netflix.
Okay.
He came down to have a conversation. Next thing you know, Comedy Central worked it out with Dave, and Chappelle show was back on Netflix. So that's their guy. You know what I mean? That's their guy.
It makes sense. I was just speculating as to why they would let it come out in such a sort of quiet.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I think maybe Netflix might be changing their approach a little bit, like a little more YouTube-ish. You know what I mean? Like everything doesn't have to be a grand, big budget project. We can kind of just put shit out with our people. Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
if you're gonna watch a Dave Chappelle speech that he makes and it's on YouTube, why wouldn't you watch it on Netflix, where Chappelle's home? You know,
right. That's fair. That's fair. Makes sense. He also addressed the day when the kids at Duke Ellington School gave him a hard time.
How's that?
How's his addressing of it?
No, when they give him a hard time back in the day?
No. Like 6 months ago when they first announced the Duke Ellington thing, and he came back, and this is prior to this speech.
Yeah.
He went and met with students.
Yeah.
And at one point, like, he asked for questions, and basically he got just like the kids, a bunch of the kids there went after him, like
some LGBT shit
on the trans issue.
Yeah.
And also some of them didn't like him using the N-word throughout his thing. They were bothered by that. But the thing is, but Cipha, this generation's different. You can't fight it. You can try. Like in his response to it, he basically sort of says they're kids. I'm not mad at them. They don't know what they're saying. They're repeating what other people are saying, which I thought was, but he's discounting their opinions. That may be how some of them feel. Like it may not just be as simple as, I know you can't believe that. You're just repeating what people say. That this generation, the Gen Zers, if you are like a smart Gen Zer, like these kids are who go to Duke Ellington, Cipha, they are progressive on a level that is so beyond what someone like me, who grew up being like, I'm the most progressive person I know. I'm so far left. They're light years past me.
Yeah, but the problem is they don't have the conversation on the other side. They feel that their way is right and that's it. And they're not willing to have conversations with people.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that it's not faulty in some ways. They don't understand a lot of things. Comedy, my niece and nephew, there have been times where my dad is watching a sketch or something and it's related to a racial theme.
Yeah.
And my niece is offended by it. And my dad's like, no, you're missing the point of what it's trying to say.
But that's what I'm saying.
They're on some, we don't care. It doesn't matter what the joke is.
But it does matter. And you should care, is my point.
I agree.
I don't like this young, blatant, is the moment you say anything racial, they just shut off.
Right. No, I agree. But at the same time, here's the nuance here. At the same time, that doesn't mean that every kid who was critical of them was being that way. Some of them could have been authentic in their feelings. Like there are plenty of reasonable adults who felt the same way about things that they were saying.
But if you're that smart and that in tune and that progressive, how are you not picking up the nuance of what Dave is saying?
See, so here's my argument without putting you in an awkward position. I don't know if you know this, but you work with Dave Chappelle. Dave kept leaning on that, being like, you're taking out the artistic nuance, blah, blah, blah. And here's what I would say. Yes, that is true. And when you do that, that can be unfair. When you just read a quote from a special and you completely remove context, that can be unfair. At the same time, he's refusing to look in the mirror, I think, about the fact that maybe it wasn't that good. Maybe the shit that he used to say on Chappelle's show was incredibly edgy and incredibly dangerous, but the material was better and it landed better. That is possible. Like people aren't the same their whole career. It's possible. Dave's not throwing 102 anymore. He's probably throwing 91. He thinks he's throwing 102. He's not.
I disagree. I disagree with you because the shit he was saying on Chappelle's show hits now. That's how far ahead that guy is.
A lot of it does. I've watched some that I've cringed at some too. Like,
well, because
that sketch shows.
There's also a factor of the difference between speaking about race or whatever other topics that are sensitive in the comedy aspect is that also there's jokes to it and it's supposed to be silly and stupid. The thing about Dave, why he's such a genius, is he weaves that. At the end of the day, he just wants to be funny. He weaves all this political and social content and into comedy, which is difficult. It's a tightrope. But none of these kids that gave him a hard time will like he literally says, I don't like that white men have decided that they want to be women and we just have to accept it. Like, for example, it's easier for a guy to change his gender than Cassius Clay to change his name.
Right.
That point right there, you got to go, you got it, Dave. You got it. Then he makes, and this is throughout the last couple specials. What are we talking about here? This is throughout the last couple specials. He makes these great points, and then they go, you're anti-trans. And he goes, oh, no. If you listen to what I said, I was saying it's because this and this. No. We don't care what you meant. You're anti-trans. So now he's in a fucking fight with whoever. Because sometimes it's not even the trans people, it's white women who are sticking up for the trans people more than the trans people are like, hey, don't speak for us. No. He said something bad about you. I need to speak on it. And they're like, no, but you're confusing our argument. Quiet down. I'm sticking up for you.
But at the same, this is now a tricky argument. At the same time, it's not only people who are members of the quote offended group who are allowed to be offended. Meaning, I am allowed to be offended by racist content. As a white person, I can still say, hey, this offends me. You can't go, hey, don't worry about it. You're white. So it's the same thing with non-trans people. They're allowed to be like, yo, I don't listen. But the beginning of what you said was correct, and I agree with you. But then when Dave started going back to the well over and over and over, it may have not changed his intent, but it started to feel like that. It started like he should have just.
Well, yeah, it got into a battle.
Now you're going back and forth in a battle, and now that you're on the other side of that battle, people are teaming you up with people you don't even want to be teamed up with.
That's
the people
true.
Jumping on your side are not people you want to be lined up with.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And so but listen, I thought this speech was pretty good.
But also, like, did you ever see when he won the Mark Twain Prize?
Yeah,
that's a really good speech too.
I think I've watched the Mark Twain one.
The Jay-Z one, I just saw the not just, but a couple weeks ago, I saw the full Jay-Z induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, how was that?
Also a really good speech.
Yeah, I've never seen that in full. I just saw a clip.
Yeah, the clip is, I thought the clip was all of it. And then I stumbled on the full one. It was really good.
Now, one thing I meant to mention to you the other day, and I didn't, but we'll close with this unless you have something else.
Something else. We haven't had anything.
We're starting right now.
Okay. Hey, turn the cameras on.
Here we go. We're starting.
Start recording.
We are
Billy,
an hour in.
Billy, start recording. Here we go. Welcome to Good Morning.
Good morning. I hate that this is true of me, but I just have to be honest.
Yeah.
I was in LA the other day going to vintage shops, as I am wont to do.
Uh-oh.
Right?
What happened?
And one after another, they were playing music in each shop, right?
They were playing what?
Music.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And
just like music. You ever heard that song?
They were playing all like right now music.
Yeah.
I have officially reached the age.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just being honest. I'm not proud of this.
Go on. What happened?
I am now it all sounds the same guy. I don't want to be. I'm not proud of it. And I'm not worried about myself in the future because I've had this before.
Yeah.
And there are current artists who I do really like.
Yeah.
But in terms of the overall sound,
yeah,
literally, yo, I was Shazamming shit. Cause like you hear a voice that sounds familiar, but everyone tonally is so similar.
Very similar.
That like even Lil Baby, who I know well, can be hard to I can be like, wait, is that Baby or Dirk? The style
Polo
of
G.
Well, this is a Playboy Cardi song.
Oh, Playboy Cardi. Yeah.
Playboy Cardi.
Yeah.
Yo, Cipha, I don't want to be that guy. I'm
It's
someone who believes that if you love hip hop, you love it in all of its, iterations in some ways.
It's inevitable.
But I feel like I'm in the ringtone era again.
Because
like it's just not for me.
But we have what we grew up on. Then we have the stuff that was out when we were in our heyday together.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the era after that, and then there's the current era, right? So we have to navigate through 4 or 5 eras. And then plus, mind you, if you want to go old school, we got to go back. We got to navigate within 6 eras of, there's only but so many hours in a day. There's only but so much time where you can listen to music, whether it be for work, whether it be for enjoyment, personal research, just vibes on a drive. There's only but so many hours in a day.
That's right.
So mind you might have to listen to some new shit for work purposes, but then you want to throw on that, what's that white guy you like?
Jack
James
Harlow?
Taylor. No, James Taylor. Jack Harlow. So these kids, and mind you, every era has these kids. We were once these kids. So you don't think when let's say the
90s boom bap all sounded the same too.
If to an outsider. Yes. You wouldn't know the difference between Black Moon, Tribe Called Quest, Onyx, Cypress. You know what I mean?
Like to us, it all sounds so different, but you're right. If you're being realistic about it. Now here, let's play a game real quick before we get out. I'm gonna play Cipha for you.
But yeah, I feel like I'm not DJing anymore parties where I have to play like the new shit. It has to be a mix or old school.
All right, let me play a few records and you tell me, see if you know who anyone is, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Start off with this.
Yeah.
She about to fly me on hands. She about to take me no hands. Can't even see me on hands. She about to fly.
Sorry? Did you say whiskey?
Here we go.
She about to fly, nigga. Can't even see me on way out of here. I'm too far in the sky. Heard me, it's ash for the dark. My ash, bitch, so pretty, little better than cash.
I don't know who that is. I actually like this one.
I don't know who that is.
And it makes sense that I like it because it's the king of it all, the godfather of it all.
Uh-huh.
Future.
Lil Wayne.
It's Future.
Oh, that's not Future.
Yeah, it was.
That's not Future. That's not Future's voice.
Walking on shit, turn it up and not guessing. Came
Oh,
out the
shit,
gutter,
it is.
they ain't never meet a swagger.
So it was Future.
Okay.
I like how you said that's not Future, and I literally played it for 1 second. Like, oh yeah, sure, that's Future. All right, here we go. Here's another one.
808 Mafia.
Oh, 808 Mafia.
Yeah, I know what Mafia. I know it.
I go so hard, they still discredit my talent. Now they regretting what happened.
That's Polo G.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Woo.
Sipes 1 for 2. Could have been, if you weren't overthinking it, you could have been 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't think I'd start Future, but he really is the king of it all. I do like these songs when I listen to them individually.
ATL Jacob. Slide my Rolls Royce through the hood, that shit look good like right on. Get your own salon, your hair done when you want from now on. Tell the police don't do nothing, I've been selling these songs. Ain't put no cap inside my rap, ain't too much.
I want to say Polo G again.
Nope. Come on, man. This one's obvious. I would have gotten this one.
Lil Durk. I mean, Lil Baby.
Oh, come on, you fucking loser. No offense.
No, you know what's funny? I told you that song I like, Three-Headed Goat.
Yeah,
that's how I know Polo G, and that's why I started liking Lil Baby.
Lil Durk.
So that's why.
Isn't Lil Durk on there too?
That's Lil Durk's song.
Yeah, it's Durk, Polo G, and all right, here we go. Here's another one.
Give me a good one.
I don't let certain niggas in the studio with me. Ain't no such thing as playing entourage, man. We're all killers, man.
Playing Entourage?
I been getting the bag before I came from the hood. I had to wash out with a red, standing on corners, serving on fire.
Oh, this is rap.
That's Lil Durk.
That's Lil Durk. Oh, Lil Durk's rapping.
I can't even trust my peak. I can't go without drinking a week. I can't leave without.
All right, a couple more.
So far, every song you played is kind of hot.
I know.
Like, where are you pulling these songs from? Do you know these songs?
No, these are all Rap Caviar.
Okay, got it.
No, these are actually pretty good. I'm not even. Oh, there's new Cudi.
Kid Cutie?
No, Kid Cudi.
Somebody said that recently to me. They're like,
No.
Kid Cutie.
No, and they were being serious?
I don't.
Were they being serious though? Were they saying like, I love Kid Cudi?
Oh no,
Cutie.
it was my boy Greg Stone. We were talking about rappers from Ohio, and I was like Kid Cudi, and he goes, "I love Kid Cutie."
You know what the big one is now? Oh, is that Fivio?
Oh yeah, Fivio.
Fivio.
It's a weird name. It's hard to say.
It is.
Real talk. Let's get straight to it. I got diamonds in the face. No, these niggas don't walk how we walk. They don't talk how we talk. We got millions of straps. I grew up with the trillest niggas.
Now, do you think I would know this one?
I'll tell you this. You know the artist well.
Yeah.
We all know the artist well. The artist is huge. And I, listening to that right there, would not have guessed that it's that artist.
Go play it a little more.
Hey, gang, 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 gang. Gang, 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 gang. Gang, 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 gang.
Oh.
Hey, gang, gang, gang.
Oh, it's gang, gang, gang.
Gang, 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 gang. I got the gang, gang, gang. Having out the Billy move sane. Eliante chain swing. I can make a bitch move chain. Got it in my pocket loose change. I came from the bottom. I came from the mud. I came from the street.
I think I know it.
Yes, Billy.
Never mind.
Yeah, Billy.
Never mind. I was wrong.
What were you going to say, Billy Jones?
How do you know you were wrong?
Go ahead.
I heard him say it.
But who do you think it is?
I thought it was A Boogie, maybe.
Roddy Ricch. Now you actually weren't in the wrong. You weren't in the wrong way of thinking about it, Billy June, because A Boogie and Roddy Ricch are similar in that they're both kind of sing first, rap second, or so it feels.
Yeah.
So they're not a terrible guess. All right, last one.
Okay, here we go.
Also, man, do you hear the new Cardi?
Cardi B?
Yeah.
No, I heard a piece of it.
Yeah.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
That's it. You nailed it.
Yeah. Now this the hot shit. Jimmy Snooker off the top rope, super fly shit. I get in the tub with all my ice on some pop shit. Either way, you slice it.
Yo, I never would have thought I would have said this when Cardi B came out. I love her delivery on record so much.
Well,
she's so good at like her recording. You know what I'm saying? Cipha, her actual recording process is done really well.
I hate talking about Cardi B because I'm so torn on this girl. I'm so torn.
Go ahead.
Because listen, this is Juan App, right? She doesn't write these songs.
No, I don't think anyone thinks that.
But
right?
she murders the delivery. She murders the delivery. So I can't be mad at that. Is a talent. That is a fucking talent.
Absolutely, it is.
And she kills it. And her I don't like her brash attitude, but also I respect it.
Listen, I like Cardi's approach, her style as a person. It's all grown on me to the point that I love all of it. But my only criticism here is she's got to get out of this beat pack. She's been using this same beat pack, it feels like, for 2 years. Like literally, because record.
That's what I'm saying, because it's a formula that works, and it's management, record companies, fucking agents, all that shit. It's like it's a factory where I see her as being so independent and so strong, but in this aspect, she just kind of does what she's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're so left field with everything. Go left with this.
Right? How?
Look, once upon a time, and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a bitch who nigga wanna fuck on me. My face bomb, ass tight, racks stuck up.
Listen, they're all good songs, but they just sound the same to me.
It's like a Dominican from the Bronx. Like, I can't knock it, but the hip hop purist in me is like, but you're not writing these words. And
honestly,
should it matter? Should it matter? I don't know. Well, here's my thing. Stop that for a second.
Funny thing is that I don't even think about that part anymore. I don't even care.
My problem is, does she love it?
Does she love the rapping part?
If she loves hip hop and loves rapping, I could let it ride. Because you're killing the delivery. I'm sure you're killing the delivery more than the writer. 100%.
You talking about Parson Fontaine?
If it's him or whoever. But like, are you just using hip hop to get ahead, or do you really fucking love it? If you really fucking love it, then I'm down with you. I'll ride.
I'm pretty confident that she loves it.
You think so?
I do. I think she's about it. Her intentions are not in question to me. I just want her to choose a different pack of beats. I just want her to be like, I think you said the best thing earlier. You're so edgy in all these other ways. You got to be willing to step out with the edginess in music too. That's the thing about Biggie, right? We know, if you're a light fan of Notorious B.I.G., you know the singles and you know the hits. But then he went and did records with Mobb Deep, with the RZA, with Premier, with, you know what I mean? Like, he went to his, like, she should do something with Ninth Wonder or fucking Diamond D, or, you know what I mean? Like, do something like left field where you're like bigging up some underground shit, or. Yeah, no, that's not even where I was thinking about her going, but you're right. It could be that too. Like her doing a collab project with a producer that people are like, whoa, really?
Yeah. And it would be like, that's what I'm saying. Like, because rap is just like, oh, let me go do this album because it's going to promote the tours and the shows. But like, do like a left field, do like a 5-song joint with, a dope producer, like some underground shit. Or
I like that you went Diamond D. I like that you went with the least likely one to possibly have. Like
some Bronx shit.
Oh, Bronx shit. She wanted to do a DITC album.
What if she did Lord Finesse and Diamond D Showbiz Beats?
I'd be very excited.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. If you love hip hop and you're from the Bronx,
right, you can do that.
There would be an element to you that you would think to do that. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's going too old for even her age.
Okay, so if it's too old, but I'm just saying,
I
like,
see what you're saying though, mentality wise.
but if she went to the OGs and was like, yo, what if I did some wild Bronx shit?
Well, let me say this. I respect that she's not doing records that sound like every other record we just played. She's rapping still. She didn't.
Right.
She could have adapted. She could have went straight auto-tune, singy sing with everyone too.
I agree.
And by the way, she could stumble into a hit like that, just doing what everyone else is doing.
I agree.
You can blend this with the Dirk record. You can blend this with the.
Yeah.
Hey, Cipha, we got to go. We have a. By the way, this is a big week for us. Shout out to Emilio Sparks, who is coming on board with Juan Ep to help us. Type this entire video is going to be up on YouTube. Whole episode.
Are they always?
Are they always currently?
Have they been?
No.
Billy June?
No, don't. Billy June's going to say, I asked you about it, but I never got an answer. That was that was my Billy June impression.
That was really good. Billy?
Yeah, what's up?
Billy, is that your new microphone you're using?
Yeah.
Sound great. You sound tremendous.
I still sound like shit, but
there's
that's for other reasons.
Yeah. Are all our episodes on YouTube? All the past episodes?
No, they're not.
No.
I thought we talked about it and said we were gonna put them.
We never listen. Cipha, I'm not Billy June. Don't get trolled into this. I'm not blaming Billy June. I'm not blaming anyone. I blame myself.
Okay.
But right now, as of this moment, we're gonna start starting right now. The free episode of Juan Ep will be on YouTube every single week, and the Patreon episode will start up on private YouTube links as well for the patrons. So there'll be video for both. That's how we're doing it, Cipha. What are your thoughts?
I think you tried to flex me last night.
Go ahead.
Realized that.
You think how did I flex you? Go ahead.
Guys, we gotta go real quick. Tell me if I just got flexed.
Okay, hurry.
He goes, Rosenberg goes, hey, the new producer guy, Emilio, says we should put these up on my YouTube because I got more subscribers. Why are we doing that? Why are we putting it up on your YouTube?
By the way, I knew you would. That's why I tried to say it so delicately and say it right away, because there's nothing here, but I know how easily you could flip this into a, what are you doing? You think I'm being a sneaky
I'm thinking you being Rosenberg since 2007, the day I met you.
You think I'm being like DJ Vlad the day I met him, and he was like, yo, we could do some work together. Just give me your YouTube login. And I was like, what?
There's a Juan Ep YouTube, there's a Cipha Sounds YouTube, there's a Rosenberg YouTube.
Well, right. So, Emilio's thought was, and we can talk to him off the air, is that because mine has a decent amount of followers to start with, we're at 41,000 subs.
Yeah,
we should build from here. And the tech is easy enough. And Cipha and I share the same business manager. We're splitting the money. Is not going to be hard. Should we ever actually start getting views on these videos?
But it goes to you. It's your name. You get all the love and fucking. You get everything out of it.
You mean the subscribers? Yeah, the subscribers go to me. All right, listen. If you want to, we could start on Billy. How many followers are on the Juan Ep is Life YouTube channel?
Let me look.
Wait, let's take a guess. Let's predict. I'm gonna say 26.
I'm gonna say 84. Let's see. And then we wrap. Then we gotta go.
We're out of here. We gotta go.
All right, here we go.
972.
Ooh.
So fuck both of you.
Not bad at all.
Yo, Billy June's stunting on his 942.
972.
972.
Also, Cipha's video with the Jadakiss Who's Real video is at like over 200,000 views on YouTube.
How's it on YouTube?
It's on your YouTube page.
But it's his old. That's the old. The original has 200,000.
Yeah.
It's from.
I'm saying that's really fucking good.
Billy June, that's from 13 years ago.
Who cares? People are still watching it.
Hey, man, thank y'all for joining us.
Appreciate you guys.
Subscribe to the Patreon, man. Really appreciate the love and support. August 1st, Cipha Sounds recording his comedy album with Will Sylvans at the Comedy Cellar, 8 and 10 p.m. August 1st. Get your tickets at comedycellar.com.
And yes, if you thought, oh, I love this episode, I wish there was more. There is one more coming in a couple days on Patreon. So patreon.com/OneEpIsLife. We out.
You Jew N-word.